the Hero X10. Folks, this is Sean McVeigh, Sean's Outdoor Adventures. In this video, I'm going to unbox and assemble the Hero X10 by Sanlita. Woohoo! Look at that. That is one sweet bow right there. Comes complete with all the stabilizers, weights for the stabilizers so you can customize it, high-end sight, scope mount, scope for the sight, more weights. Oh man, this got everything you need. Got dual stabilizer sidebars if you want, arrow rest. Wait till you look at this. Oh, look at that. Shoot through riser. That is sweet. So it does come with two other options for the size of blade for the arrow rest. All of the hardware components for the stabilizers, quick release components. Looks like they provide all the Allen wrenches you'll need for the entire setup. Torque screw end on these. Wow, so there's a lot more here than I anticipated as far as the setup. I don't actually have time to put it all together today. Look, you have adjustability in the suppressant right here. You can loosen that up and change that depending on, you know, your draw weight is going to depict where your string lies, so you might need to adjust that. It has a peak weight of 60 pounds, 50 to 60 pound limbs. I'll get all the specs and put them on the screen here for you. But the Sanlita Hero X10. All right, I'm just going to start the assembly process. Maybe I'll start with putting the sight together. All right, so there's lots of little parts here and there you need to locate. The little screws. And they give you all the Allen wrenches you need. Just a matter of finding the right one. You do have a few options when it comes to the sight itself. And when mine out of the package came with this longer Sanlita piece through it and the longer bolt here. And what I did is when I put it on the bow, the sight was way out past the side where it was even useful. I could have just loosened this screw and slid it all the way in, but I tried putting it in the shorter one that they also provide in the kit, and then the shorter one was actually in this attachment bracket piece out of the package. So I just kind of screwed it into that. But I could have loosened that screw, slid it all the way out, and then slid this one in. Another option is they give you this little piece here. You can basically take this whole unit off, this piece here. So you could take that off, put this little one on, like this, and then you would unscrew this the whole way and then screw this, just the bolt in without any of this through here. And then there's a little nut that they give you, would go on to the end, and you would screw that all the way up to the metal piece here. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this one right now. Okay, when inserting the arrow rest, I'm going to use this. I actually like to use, they give you two bolt holes, so I like to use them both, and that really ensures that you have your rest running the correct way. Alright, so I'm going to put the attachment on for the stabilizers, and you want the slot facing up. Now you can put one of the side stabilizer like this. You can mount it, you know, in the back down here if you prefer to have it coming off like that. So if you wanted to use this configuration, you would basically tighten this on Give a little bit of a downward angle there. All right, now I want to show you actually a little bit of a more common configuration for the stabilizers. It really comes down to your personal preference, so I wanted to show you both options. Some people will actually set theirs up this way for compound, although it's a little more regular for recurve. Now they do give you, you could actually take this off because you're not going to really even use this side. You will use this attachment though. I will put this right back on since I'm going to use this for the front facing one. Again, I want the insert slot facing straight up. When I first started using quick releases for stabilizers, I was at a shoot, a 3D shoot, and I did not have this facing up, and my stabilizer had rattled loose. I think I had it facing to the side, and it fell out while we were walking through the course. That's when I realized I should have it facing up. Because even if it comes loose and you're carrying your bow somewhat vertical. Okay, now I'm going to use this metal piece here. Now, when you're installing this, you have, actually, I just realized I'm not giving you the best look here. You have some options. You can alter the angle here with that. You could also alter the pivot angle here and the angle there. So there's actually some variations that you can put into it. All right, so that's going to be a more common scenario, is having that down there, and then my quick release for the front facing is here. Slide that in. It's actually, the front of this is actually hitting my tripod. So, there you go. All right, so I got a different outfit on. I actually started recording this yesterday. Today's a new day, finishing it up. And yesterday I screwed on the sidebar stabilizer configuration here, where the front bar stabilizer also attaches. That's one option. You're typically going to see that very commonly on Olympic style recurves like this. I actually am giving one of these away, brand new Miracle X10 by Sanlita at the end of this month. Stay tuned for that. Check out the giveaways page of my website. Anyway, I put it on there just as an example, but more often you're going to see people mounting it here. There's also an option to mount it down here. There's here and here. After I attached it, I went ahead and removed the bracket piece for another bar. So this is designed to be able to be used in the same way that this one is, where you have, two bars, one on either side. You do have the option with that kind of a bracket piece, although we're only going to use it one. The reason for this, there's a couple reasons. One is balance. When you're walking a tightrope, you're going to use a long bar for balance. That's basically kind of partly what you're seeing here. But also you have weight from the rest and the sight being added here, which would want to tip the bow that way. Having weight on this side brings it back. So it's a balancing. All right, I decided to just pause it and go ahead and give you a look at the third angle option here. So, lower on the bow. Again, it's all about how the bow is going to balance when you're at full draw. Having that weight angle down here is going to help offset the weight here. Having stabilizer coming back helps with balancing the bow this way in the shot process. So it's all about what's going to work for the individual shooter. Everyone's going to set theirs up probably a little differently. Again, you've got all these weights for attaching at the end to add weight, for balancing the bow out just how you like it and how you need it. Lots of options. So this bow right now is retailing for the whole package with a really high quality sight, stabilizer, rest, everything is there's a high quality setup. Is retailing for, I think it's around $1,200 right now. I'll provide a link in the description section if you want to go check that out. In order to get into like a high quality target compound bow, it's really an incredible price. A lot of the other brands out there, you will be paying about twice that much. And I like shooting archery. I'm not particularly brand specific. I do like the fact that, some of these Sanlita bows are a lot more affordable than other options that are out there. Like, I've always wanted to try Olympic style archery and never really could afford it. So, I mean, this Olympic style recurve set is retailing for $7.99, and it gives somebody like me who can't afford to spend more, it gives us a chance to have a high quality bow at a price that some of us can afford. But really, what it all boils down to for me is archery hunting is all just a platform for me to create videos in some small way, introduce the concept of God here and there. I like to throw that in my videos because there's a lot of people out there who maybe don't think about that topic, maybe are afraid of it, maybe just not familiar with it. But we're all going to die at some point. And I do believe that God is there and there is an afterlife. And so I want to help people get ready for that. So I'm grateful to have a platform like archery and hunting to be able to share that a little bit. I would encourage you to look into it. If you haven't really ever done any looking into the topic of God, I would encourage you just to pick up a Bible, read the New Testament, one of the Gospels, the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Check that out. Also, don't forget, I'm doing a bunch of giveaways on my Sean'sOutdoorAdventures.com website. Go to the giveaways page. The next giveaway actually coming up is going to be one of these, a brand new Sanlita Miracle X10 Olympic style recurve. So check that out. And if you want to get into target archery, this is a great option, as far as bang for the buck. So special thanks to the people over at Sanlita for making these bows and making it a little bit more affordable for those of us who can't afford some of the other products that are out there. I ask you, keep God in the mix. Until next time, take care and God bless.